the lies, will expose the false. And to ensure that this government will never review.
Yes, it's now the turn of Honorable Kwame Agoja.
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Kwame Agoja, your time now starts.
Mr. Speaker, I want to congratulate the Minister responsible for Finance for this ambitious policy outdooring on the floor of this House, Mr. Speaker. Indeed, Ghana can do better if we can build up a reserve for 15 months. Mr. Speaker, I think the presentation also answers one of the requirements of the respected minority leader when he said that the statement must be factual, and the statement has been very factual. Unlike a statement that was quoted using Psalm 23, 118 to 23, which is full of non-factuals. Mr. Speaker, did I hear my colleague criticizing this policy? You see, your problem is that you are pretending to have a reason to criticize everything. Dr. Kabiru, where is he? He's even left the room just after presentation. When you were doing the gold for oil policy, you didn't even bring any paper to this house to present to members of parliament. This is the difference between you and the NDC. Let me tell you this. I heard Dr. Kabiru talking about, we didn't say anything about cocoa. I wish he was here. When he actually said that he sat in a meeting when they discussed, they had a discussion about the gold people. He also probably sat in a meeting that decided to pay $29 million to a contractor to build a road between Savilugu and Walewale. Do you know? Hold on. Because he linked it to cocoa. I tell you, the $29 million that was paid the Indian contractor and did no work, would have bought 123,000 bags of cocoa. And guess what? The $100 million spent on the cathedral could have bought over 450,000 bags of cocoa. That is what you should have done. But let's look at it. We are saying this. Minority, listen to this. Whether your government match this achievement, we are saying that when you left inflation at 23.8%, today inflation is 3.8%. Are you not excited? Today, they said 90-day treasury bill. You left it at 27.7%. Today is 11%. Today, businesses can borrow money and do proper business. Even including cocoa farmers can borrow cheaper under this government. And the public debt that you left at 61% today is 45%. So exactly what are you doing? Let me tell you this. I heard that, in fact, Finance Minister just told me that, so all along, when you said we had reserves of even the 5 months, 4 point something months, you were pretending that we had money. So you go and borrow money from the World Bank and very expensive loans, come and put it in your account, and then be paying interest on it. Who does that? When you are broke, when you borrow money, you apply it to something that can give you revenue. But not knowing, all you are doing was to borrow money expensively and put in your bank account as if it's yours and be charging interest on it. That is a very lazy way of managing an economy. So what we are saying is this, that these policies are the policies that will anchor the future of our children. That will build reserves so that no more are we going to wake up one day, they say that once the price of a commodity falls, within 2 weeks, the city is falling. Today, I can hear you saying that, oh, look at what will happen and the city will fall. By the grace of God, the city will continue to disgrace you. The city will continue to disgrace you. The city is stable. Your wishes will never come to pass. You understand? President Mahama is obviously a better president than President Akufo-Addo. And whoever will take over from President Mahama will surely be a better president than whoever you are talking about. So let me repeat. Let me repeat. I'm saying that the $100 million you spent on the cathedral could have bought 450 bags, 1,000 bags of cocoa. The $29 million spent on the Balwale road, for which you run no road, could have bought another 120,000 bags of cocoa. So if anybody has cheated cocoa farmers, you have cheated cocoa farmers. Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity.
Members, it's now the turn of Minority Leader. It's now the turn of the Minority Leader.
Speaker, thank you for the opportunity to make a comment on the statement by the Finance Minister. Mr. Speaker, the Finance Minister came to this House with his technical team, sought the leave of the House to present to us a document he has conveniently titled, quote, Ghana Accelerated National Reserve Accumulation Policy 2026 to 2028. And having completed that duty, the 188 of his own side seem not to be excited. Mr. Speaker, we are not managing an economy to talk about numbers that have no direct correlation and benefit to the ordinary people on the streets of Accra. Mr. Speaker, the Finance Minister is here talking about inflation. What is inflation? When you go to the market and you cannot afford and you say inflation. Mr. Speaker, yes, you can, because the Finance Minister came here talking to us about some 15-month import cover. Mr. Speaker, we are not interested in his economic theories. Mr. Speaker, the Finance Minister must know that this House is not interested in his new theories. Mr. Speaker, the people of Ghana, and I start from the youth, you promised them one job, 3 shifts. I expect you as a Finance Minister to come to this House to address us on effort you are making. It's been 1 year. 1 year. Your own constituent, give us data. How many people you've employed? In Jomoro, in Ebaregia, in Efutu, the Transport Minister, the Roads and Highways Minister, in his own constituency Adaku. How many people have benefited from job creation policy? You come to this House, and you tell us 15 months import cover, and you come and spend a whole 1 hour when your people have no jobs. Mr. Speaker, even when you come to the recruitment, it's a complete scam. And I'll explain to you, the recruitment into police, immigration, prisons, you are now even telling the youth that they should go and buy forms. They should go behind computer and do aptitude tests. In this country, how many areas have internet? The youth are spending more. The youth who are already unemployed, they are borrowing to spend, to have access to computer. These are things that you have ignored. You've ignored. And you come and sit here and say, macro, nebedi. Macro, nebedi. Imagine I was saying macro. Macro, nebedi. Finance Minister, what's it like? Macroeconomic and accumulation. My friend, Finance Minister, your Finance Minister, I'm not interested in your macro numbers. I'm not interested. I'm interested in the bread and butter issues. Electricity. On paper, you have increased electricity tariffs by over 30%. Now, put the numbers on paper aside. Listen, for those of you who, because you are in government, you are ignoring the realities on the ground. Ghanaians cannot afford electricity. You should know this. These are the things you should introduce policies for reform. How to reform the energy sector. You are not doing that. You come here and say, Marco, I will not commend you for doing this. I'm not going to praise you. Electricity needs reforms. Those are the bona fides you must pay attention to. Then you come here, you say, and then 15 months, they say Ghana accelerated national reserve accumulation. When you buy electricity, Mr. Speaker, this morning, somebody told me that she used to buy 1,000 for a whole month. Today, even if you buy 2,000 for 1 week and so, Mr. Speaker, let us be careful what we tell the people of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, we are talking about electricity. NDC came into office. When they came into office, the first thing they did was to increase electricity tariffs. Instead of pursuing reforms under their own research agenda, they increased electricity, totaling 30%. Mr. Speaker, I repeat, the reality is that electricity tariffs have gone up by over 100% because, Mr. Speaker, the consumption, the people on the street in our constituencies, what they buy is unable to sustain them, and they know the numbers. They know how much they purchased in 2024. They know what they were buying in 2023 as compared to what they are buying now. Mr. Speaker, that is the reality. Next, Mr. Speaker, next is the cocoa. Mr. Speaker, our cocoa farmers have been a supporting pillar of our economy since the days of Gold Coast. Mr. Speaker, this government came into being and they have abandoned all the supporting pillars of the economy. Mr. Speaker, I don't need to be an economist to understand what leads to economic growth. My basic ideas as an entrepreneur are enough for me to know that when you create opportunities, the economy grows. Mr. Speaker, this government promised that upon assumption of office, a bag of cocoa will be increased to 6,000 Ghana cedi. The finance minister said so. The ranking on agric says so. Mr. Speaker, today, they rather have reduced the producer price. At the comfort of his office, he reduced the producer price. Cocoa farmers, one how on your how, and you want some. What's your office now? What say so? What's the one on haircut? What is so? You sat in your office and reduced producer price of cocoa. 1,000 Ghana cedis is what you took away. Cocoa farmers cannot pay fees. They are borrowed from the cocoa crutches. They cannot take care of their health. Those matters do not concern you. Then you come and you say Ghana accelerated national reserve. What we demand from you, Mr. Finance Minister, is to immediately restore the producer price of cocoa that you came to meet. If you cannot increase, don't reduce it. If you cannot increase, don't reduce it. That is the reality. That is the reality, Honorable Finance Minister. Mr. Speaker, again, instead of the Finance Minister introducing incentives to grow the economy, he is not. Mr. Speaker, what businesses need is rebates. tax breaks. What businesses need is a proper environment to grow their business. Mr. Speaker, the minister is not offering any of that. There are no incentives in the economy. No employment. No employment. And then you come here and you tell us that indeed we should allow you to create a certain reserve accumulation. What is reserve accumulation? When your own constituents are hungry, your people are tired of the promises. You do politics of sloganeering. Enough of the slogans. Create jobs. Create jobs. One job, 3 shifts. It's you who said it. Create the jobs. Create the jobs. Go to Dansuma, Ablekuma North, Ablekuma South. You fought.
Honorable Minority Leader, the arrangements, please, can you for once listen? You don't want to listen to me?
We're not restricted emergency levels.
Minority Leader,
Mr. Speaker,
I do not want to engage in any banter
I'm not.
with you.
If you are talking 5 minutes, I'll prepare
If you can hear me out.
Mr. Speaker, I must not be cut this way.
The time allocation and the arrangements were made before I took over, and I indicated right from the beginning that I am not the one controlling the time. I am not the one controlling the time. Once your time is up, you will be cut automatically. So please, it's now all members order. All members order. All members, can we have some order? Honourable members, honourable members, let me make it clear that I indicated right from the beginning that I do not have control over the time. I did indicate. So once your time is up, it will be cut automatically. So, our members, is now the 10. Members, what is the sense of the House? I think we are speaking for 5 minutes and leaders are giving 10 minutes, double the time. And it's fixed automatically once the time is up. Let me hear the Majority Leader. Yes, Majority Leader, what is the sense of the House?
Prepare tomorrow. Can't prepare tomorrow.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I think there's some genuine misunderstanding. Genuinely. You are right, but also the Minority Leader
is right. The reason why I say so is that as the debate proceeded, we had actually not taken a decision on the time to be allotted to leaders. We had not taken a decision. But whilst the debate was going on, my deputy whip consulted me and said, how many minutes per leader? And I said, I don't know. Then he said, how about 10 minutes, since each member is speaking for 5 minutes? And I said, well, 10 minutes should be fine, because the main debate is tomorrow. The idea today was just to comment on, whatever the minister was going to say. But the actual debate is tomorrow. So I believe that the communication then went to you that leaders will speak for 10 minutes. I don't know if we conveyed the message to our colleagues on the other side. So I think there's a genuine communication gap. So to deal with this, I think we can even up by agreeing on a 15 minutes.
Yes.
So we'll add 5 minutes.
We must place on record that no communication came to me. If it came to the speaker before he handed over to me, I wouldn't be able to say. That is why I maintain that for today, I am not the timekeeper. They are keeping the time somewhere. So once your time is up, I have no control. So what is the sense of the house? I am not even the one cutting. Very well. So the timekeepers. Mr. Speaker, you see, Minority Leader, sometimes the way you do things.
Take issue with me.
I'm not taking. I just don't want to go there. I'm just controlling myself for today. Please, just controlling myself.
Mr. Speaker, then you should talk to your side. You should talk to your side. I also deserve respect. You should talk to your side. That side, their behavior. Look at their behavior. They are backbenchers. They don't come into our matter. When your leader stood up, this side kept quiet. Mr. Speaker, don't worry. I'm able to take this up. Mr. Speaker, whenever any of their side is up, our side, I call them that respect. Mr. Speaker, you are not the leader. For instance, you are not the leader. Sit down. You are not the leader. Sit down. You are not in leadership. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. You sit down. Let the backbench copy rightly from you. Sit down. Mr. Speaker, our concern is very simple. I've heard you, and I will respond to you at the right time. Continue that disrespect. Mr. Speaker, we understood it to mean that the other speakers were going to have 5 minutes each. Like the majority leader explained, nothing was communicated to us. To be frank with you, if I was told that I had 5 minutes or even 2 minutes, I have my notes, I would have chosen which point to pursue. Mr. Speaker, this argument that somebody is keeping the time and the person has clocked in 10 minutes, Mr. Speaker, it wasn't communicated. And Honorable Achampo, we operate in this chamber on the basis of good faith. If indeed what the leader said was a true position, you could have gently moved across, communicated to Habib that this is the proposal. We would comply. But when you do this, you create a bad situation for this house and those of us here. And it's unfair. I saw you winking. There are things you can joke with. There are matters you cannot joke with. Because you make me look bad and you make the speaker also look bad. So stop it. In future, communicate well and let us do the right thing. Mr. Speaker, we need to pursue the debate. I need to go on, and then when I finish, the majority leader can also come.
Honorable members, if you cannot reach a consensus, then I will want to go by the rules. Now, this statement is made under Order 91 of our standing orders. Now, Order 91(4), and I quote, a member commenting on the statement shall not take more than 5 minutes, except otherwise permitted by the speaker. For now, I am presiding as the speaker. I determine whether you can go beyond 10 minutes or you cannot go beyond 10 minutes. So since the House cannot come to a consensus as to the number of minutes that the leaders should speak, I will therefore rule that going by the order, no leader is going beyond 10 minutes. Now I will proceed to stand on Order 63 to expunge from record everything said by the minority leader in Twi that has not been translated into English language. Now, Majority Leader, you have the floor. You are not going beyond 10 minutes.
Your microphone is on.
Yes, Majority Leader, you have the floor.
Get his attention first.